Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain the purpose of overloading in Java. So let's get started. In the last session, I explained what exactly is overloading. So what exactly is overloading? So inside the same class, we can create duplicate methods when they differ, when they differ in the number of parameters or type of parameters. This is what is called as overloading. I've explained in the last session. But why did the Java bring this overloading concept where Java allowed us to create duplicate methods inside the same class when they differ in the number of parameters and the type of parameters? There is a purpose behind this overloading, guys. Okay. Why Java introduced this overloading concept in Java? There is a purpose behind this overloading. To understand that purpose, I'll explain with an example where with overloading, what will happen? And without overloading, what will happen? Without overloading, what will happen? When you understand the difference between this with overloading and without overloading in this particular example I'm going to give you, you will understand actual purpose of overloading, why Java has allowed this kind of concept in Java, where Java is allowing you to create duplicate methods. Only condition it has put is it should that method should differ in the number of parameters and type of parameters. They can have the same name. Okay, multiple methods can have the same name inside the same class until unless they differ in the number of parameters and type of parameters as part of overloading. But what is the purpose? You will understand right now. With overloading, what is happening? Without overloading, what is happening? First, I'll show you with overloading. Okay, I'll take an example for that, guys. New example, right? Like new class. I'll just name this as demo B. Okay, I'll just name this as demo B and finish. And inside this, I'm going to create some method. Let's say public void add method. Okay, and here I'm going to give two parameters, int a comma int b. Two parameters I'm going to give you. System.out.println, this is going to give you the sum of these two numbers. Okay, this particular method when called will print the sum of this a and b. Now I'm going to create one more method with the same name, public void add. Okay, int a comma int b, system.out.println. So here, guys, when I create the same method again with the same name and same number of parameters and same type of parameters, I'm getting this duplicate method error. To overcome this, what the overloading concept is saying, you can create multiple methods or duplicate methods inside the same class with the same name. They should differ in the number of parameters or the type of parameters. Then only they will be accepted by Java. So I'm just trying to add one more parameter here, int c. Now this method is overloading this method in Java. Okay, these methods are overloading each other. So this concept is called as method overloading, right? Here the first add method is adding two numbers, whereas the second add method is adding three numbers. So now copy the same thing and provide here. And here I'm going to add again duplicate method error is coming. So int d I'll say. And again I'll copy this and write down double A, double B, double C, double D. For example, okay? Here same number of parameters but different type of parameters. So here I'll say A plus B plus C. Here A plus B plus C plus D. Here A plus B plus C plus D. So this is what is method overloading, right? This is what is method overloading, right? Fine. Now here inside the same class I can create a method, guys. That is main method I can create. If I want to create a main method inside the same class I can create. So I'll just type main and control space and. So if I want to access these methods of this particular demo class inside the main method, there are some ways. These are instance methods, right? These are instance methods to access inside this static method, how to access. So, or why to get this kind of confusion? I'll do one thing, guys. Okay, I created a class inside that there are four methods. I'll create one more method. What is the matter? I'll create a method. Let's say the name is sample method sample class. Okay. So instead of creating this main method inside the same class, I'm going to create a different thing. Okay. With main method, I'll create. This will make our understanding easy because there are a lot of other concepts I need to cover before I create a main method inside this class. Okay. Fine. So now here we have a main method, guys. Here we have a main method inside this class. Now I want to access these methods. How to access these methods? So I'll be creating an object for this demo b. db is equal to new. demo b. Like this, I'll create an object, and here I'll simply say db dot add. You see, when I say add, when I'm giving the name add, you see all these overloaded methods are coming. Which overloaded method you want to choose? Because all these methods inside this class have the same name. Okay, you want to access the add method, but which add method? The add method having two parameters which are declared with in data type, or add method which are having three parameters which are declared with in data type, or add method which is having four parameters having in data type, or add method having four parameters which are declared with double data type. Which one you want? I want with int a two parameters which are declared within data type. So I'll give some 5 and 4. 5 and 4 I'll give. After that, I'll simply say add. This time I would like to pass three parameters, three integer parameters. So I'll be using other method. Okay. So 5 comma 4 comma 3 I'll say. Done. Then dv dot add of four parameters. 5 comma 4 comma 3 comma 2. Then finally, I would like to pass dv dot add of, I would like to take double one, where I would like to pass 5.5, 4.4, 3.3, 2.2. Okay, some example decimal numbers. That's okay. So like this, guys, you see, your purpose is to add either two numbers or three numbers or four numbers or different data type of numbers. Doesn't matter. Okay. So for everything, there is separate method and having the same name. You see, what is the name of this method? Add method. It's very simple, right? You know the purpose. By looking at this method, you know the purpose, that the purpose is to add the numbers. But what type of numbers? Two numbers, three numbers, four numbers, or different type of numbers? Doesn't matter here. The purpose is to add. The method is representing here the name as the purpose of the reason why this particular method is being called for adding. So add name we have given. The name is very simple, right? Add name looks very simple. ADD. Just three characters, that's it in this example. Now run this code, it is going to work properly. Like run as Java application. You see, we got the output 9, 12. 5 plus 4 is 9, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 14, and decimal numbers also got printed. Okay, fine, it's working fine. Now what if, so with method overloading this is possible, right? With method overloading this kind of situation is possible. Now what I'm going to do here is, without method overloading, I'm going to give you an example. With method overloading, it was very easy. The method names were same, and you are able to get the job done. Without method overloading, what is happening? Let's see. Let's say Java doesn't have the concept of method overloading. What will happen? Let me show you. Demo. Here demo, what is that? Demo C, I'll say. Okay, demo C, finish. Assume that Java doesn't have method overloading. Java has method overloading, but let's not utilize that method overloading concept where we can create duplicate methods inside the same class when they differ in the number of parameters and type of parameters. I don't want to use that concept. So I want to get the things done, but I don't want to use method overloading concept. Public void, if I give add here, okay, if I give add here, and again if I give same add here, if method overloading, Java doesn't allow you to create duplicate methods, assume that, okay, Java allows, but assume that for a while that Java doesn't allow, what would have happened? No matter, even after I gave different number of parameters also, okay, here it is working. Here it is working, guys. Here method overloading concept is there in Java, so it is working. Assume that when I create the method having the same name but different number of parameters or different type of parameters, I am going to get a compiler error. Assume that in Java, it won't be there now, but assume that the case, okay, where you are getting a compiler error, what you would have done? In this situation also, if you are getting a compiler error, what you would have done? If method overloading concept was not there, you cannot have the methods having the same name. What you would have done? Here, I would like to give a different name for this methods, right? This method I would like to give a different name. This method I would like to give a different name. I cannot give the simple name like add. I would like to give addTwoNumbers as a name. addTwoNumbers as a name. And here addThreeNumbers I would like I'll give. If method overloading concept is not there, you would have created the methods like this. addTwoNumbers, addThreeNumbers. Now for adding four numbers, you would have written addFourNumbers. Okay, then add four decimal numbers. What is happening, guys? What is the problem? If method overloading concept is not there, and if you still want to create these methods like this, if you want to create these methods like this which can add two numbers, three numbers, four numbers, and decimal numbers and so on, what you would have done? Like okay, If method overloading is not there, what you would have done? Okay, this is what you have done. That is, you would have given lengthy method names. Yes or no? You see, if method overloading concept is not there, where Java is not allowing you to create methods having the same name, even though they are differing in the number of parameters and type of parameters, you would have created lengthy method names. That's what is a problem that Java has solved by introducing this method overloading concept. This is what is the purpose of the method overloading. Without method overloading, without method overloading concept, we would have, okay, we would have created methods with lengthy names. Okay, without method overloading concept in Java, if method overloading concept is not there in Java, if method otherwise, if method overloading concept is not there in Java, we would have created methods with lengthy names, as we cannot create duplicate methods inside the same class. This is what is the purpose of why Java has introduced method overloading in Java. Okay, so with method overloading, you can create methods having the same name when they differ in the number of parameters or type of parameters. What if the method overloading concept was not introduced by Java, is not there in Java? What would we used to do? In that case, we would have created methods with lengthy names. Which one is better, guys? Methods with lengthy names is better, or a method having the same name but doing the different type of activity is different? This one is better, right? Simple names are better for methods. Okay, whenever you want to do different operations, different varieties are there. Okay, you can choose whatever you want according to your needs, but method is very simple, and you have the purpose here, right? Simple purpose is there, but here lengthy names are coming. If the method overloading concept is not there Java, and if you still want to get this thing done, you would have created lengthy names. Okay, this is just one example. Just imagine a very big library like Java library having, you know, lot of methods available, and there are a lot of overloaded methods in this library. And what if that method overloading concept is not there in Java? We would have come up with a lot of lengthy methods. Okay, a lot of lengthy method names we would have used. But as the Java has introduced this method overloading concept, we don't have to worry about that. We now can use simple method names. Okay, multiple simple method names are possible. We don't have to write some lengthy methods. That's what is the purpose of method overloading in Java. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.